Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Change of Responsibility ceremony, where Command Sergeant Major Ulysses D. Rayford will transfer his responsibility as the Installation Management Command Europe Command Sergeant Major to Command Sergeant Major Samara L. Pitre. Presiding over today's ceremony is Mr. Michael D. Formica, Director, Installation Management Command Europe. IMCOM-Europe delivers and integrates base support at 7 garrison and across 97 sites to enable readiness through soldier and family programs. The color guard standing proudly before you is composed of soldiers from the United States Army Garrison Wiesbaden and led by Staff Sergeant Eric France. The formation of soldiers in garrison colors standing before you represent the 7 garrisons of Installation Management Command Europe. The change of responsibility ceremony we will witness today reflects valued principles of military service. It is a visible display of the continuity of command for all members of the unit to see. Our special guests in attendance today are Major General Stephen Shapiro, Commanding General, 21st Theater Sustainment Command; Brigadier General Ronald Stevens, Commanding General, Regional Health Command, Europe; Command Sergeant Major Robert Abernethy and his wife Angela, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army, Europe; Command Sergeant Major Rocky Carr, Command Sergeant Major, 21st Theater Sustainment Command; Command Sergeant Major Todd Garner, Command Sergeant Major, Regional Health Command, Europe; Command Sergeant Major Bernadette Phillips, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army, NATO Brigade. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation given by the IMCOM-Europe Master Religious Affairs Non-Commissioned Officer, Master Sergeant Megan Bickline, and remain standing for the arrival of the official party.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, today we come to you with deep gratitude in our hearts for the outstanding leadership we have received from Command Sergeant Major Rayford. Let today be full of pride and joy as he reflects back over his time as IMCOM-Europe Command Sergeant Major. Help him see that he has truly been the backbone of this great organization over the past 20 months. We ask that you bless him for his outstanding leadership and mentorship that he has provided us all. Be with him and lead him as he closes this chapter and begins the next. We also ask today that it is a special day for Command Sergeant Major Pitre and her husband. We ask that you give her wisdom and strength as she steps up and becomes the backbone of the Installation Management Command Europe team. We ask you, Lord, that you be with her on those hard days and remind her that you'll never leave her or forsake her. It's in your name we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, Specialist Morales from United States Army Garrison Rhineland-Pfalz will present a single yellow rose to Command Sergeant Major Petre's husband, Mr. Dewey Mathis. The yellow rose represents friendship and a warm welcome from the command. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthems of the Federal Republic of Germany and the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The change of responsibility is a traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. The Command Sergeant Major is the custodian of the unit colors, and as such, the senior enlisted member of the organization and principal advisor to the director on all facets of enlisted soldier matters and the non-commissioned officer corps as a whole. Since the earliest of times, leaders used a banner or other symbols to identify themselves and use as a rallying point for their troops. In modern times, the command's colors record the unit's history, its glories, and its campaigns. At this time, Mr. Formica and Command Sergeant Major Rayford and Command Sergeant Major Pitre will move to the front of the colors to conduct the change of responsibility. The passing of the unit colors is a ceremony rich in tradition and significance. A military unit is symbolized by the colors under which it serves. They represent the achievements of the past and continuity for the future. The custodian of the unit colors is the Command Sergeant Major, who is the senior enlisted soldier in the command and principal advisor to the commander. This passing of the colors signifies the transfer of duties from Command Sergeant Major Rayford to Command Sergeant Major Pitre. By authority of Army Regulation 600-20, Command Sergeant Major Samara L. Pitre assumes responsibility as the Installation Management Command Europe Command Sergeant Major and custodian of the Installation Management Command Europe colors, effective 21 February 2019. Signed, Michael D. Formica, Director, Installation Management Command Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael D. Formica, Director, Installation Management Command, Europe.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our distinguished guests. Brigadier General Stevens, Ron, thanks for being here. Command Sergeant Major Abernathy, Mrs. Abernathy, thank you, ma'am. Command Sergeant Major Carr and Master Sergeant Carr, Command Sergeant Major Garner and Command Sergeant Major Phillips, thanks for attending today's ceremony. And to the Garrison Command Sergeant Majors from IMCOM-Europe who proudly stand before us, thank you, gentlemen, for making the trip to be here to participate in this event. I want to just pause for a moment to recognize the tremendous talent and agility we have in our non-commissioned officer corps, in which we have, by count, I think, 2 infantrymen, a tanker, an aviator, couple personnelists, AG, NCOs, and a logistician, none of which were trained to be Garrison Command Sergeants Major or IMCOM-Europe Command Sergeants Major, Signalier just left, but all have demonstrated and continue to demonstrate great agility to become enterprise leaders, to understand what it is to take care of soldiers, families, and civilians in Europe. Let's give them all a round of applause, please. I'm also pleased to see so many friends, soldiers, and family members and key members of the IMCOM-Europe staff here today. Thank you as well for joining us. And thank you to the United States Army Garrison Wiesbaden Color Guard. Your presence and professionalism add to the tradition and dignity of the event. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, please join me in a round of applause for these great soldiers. I'm honored to be here as we recognize the many accomplishments of Command Sergeant Major Ulysses Duke Rayford and welcome Command Sergeant Major Samara Pitre. During the past 20 months, Command Sergeant Major Rayford and I have attended many ceremonies together, such as this one on every garrison. From Belgium to Romania, the two of us have marked the transition from one installation leader to another. Today, the occasion hits closer to home as we honor the soldier who I'm proud to call my battle buddy. As the IMCOM-Europe Command Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major Rayford served in a position as complex as it is crucial. He led the way in how we support our garrison and forward sites. He led the way in how we support our soldiers, civilians, and their families. And he led the way in our internal focus on our Army professionals, wellness, stress, and resiliency. As part of the Strong Europe team, Command Sergeant Major Rayford, like all of us, saw the Army in Europe shift to a deterrence posture, one that puts our forces in the right place with the right people and the right equipment. Command Sergeant Major Rayford ensured our team remained focused in supporting rotational forces, providing for a continued armored presence in the Black Sea region, the stationing of Deterrence Package No. 1, and improving Army pre-position stock sites. The reason why is simple: to enhance Army readiness with highly trained and confident formations, to ensure that those formations are able to focus on their mission, to be trained and ready, and not have to worry about base ops support and services taking care of the soldiers and their families. For us to succeed and play our role to its fullest, I leaned heavily on Command Sergeant Major Rayford, who we all know as a soldier's soldier. He delivered the right level of leadership at the right time, resulting in continued excellence. Let me provide some examples. He spearheaded our Army Professional of the Quarter and Army Professional of the Year initiative, ensuring we properly recognize people for their accomplishments and nesting these within the IMCOM recognition programs. In doing so, he became their stalwart voice. He took the why of our organization and broke it down by explaining the command's imperatives, the Army's priorities, and how they nested together. He built strong relationships with the COCOM senior enlisted leaders, the USUR Command Sergeant Major, the subordinate Command Sergeants Major, the IMCOM Command Sergeant Major, and the Staff Sergeant Majors of both IMCOM and USUR. He staunchly defended Garrison and IMCOM-Europe personnel authorizations, both military and civilian, so that we maintained the highest level of community support. He heard and listened to the IMCOM-Europe and Garrison professionals and worked within the staff and within Garrison leadership to address their concerns. And he never missed an opportunity to mentor soldiers on readiness, professional development, leadership, and ethics. I'll have to stop there, as there is no way to list all that Command Sergeant Major Rayford achieved as our senior non-commissioned officer. Command Sergeant Major Rayford, Duke, I could not have asked for a better teammate. Even though we will miss you, I know you are ready to become the Sergeant Major for the Assistant Chief of Staff for Installation Management. They are fortunate to have you, and we will continue to be well served by your grassroots appreciation of garrison and directorate operations in a critical OCONUS environment. Thank you and your family for your service and their sacrifice and your dedication in your service here in IMCOM-Europe. Now I'm honored to welcome IMCOM-Europe Command Sergeant Major Samara Pitre. Her impressive 28-year career includes multiple overseas tours in Belgium, Germany, Greece, Italy, and South Korea, along with a combat deployment to Iraq. She has served with NATO, U.S. European Command, U.S. Cyber Command, U.S. Army Africa, 2nd Infantry Division, and the 10th Mountain Division. At Garrison Benelux, Command Sergeant Major Pitre brought an attitude of optimism, genuine concern, and dogged determination to improve the morale within the garrison and the delivery of service to the DoD, service members and civilians and their families assigned to NATO, SHAPE, and the Army pre-positioned stock locations. She provided care for each member of her community. She is an enterprise leader with a rich appreciation of our Army and the Department of Defense. She is a senior NCO in every sense of the word. Command Sergeant Major Pitre, I look forward to working with you, and I'm pleased to welcome your husband, Dewey. Also, I know Brother Josh is here. Josh, good to see you. And so I'm delighted to acknowledge he and your two sons, Dewey and Hunter, who are in the States. As I close, I remind everyone that the strength of our nation is our Army, the strength of our Army is its soldiers, and the strength of our soldiers are their families. I remain proud to say that the Army professionals of IMCOM-Europe are enabling such strength. I appreciate the support you provided Command Sergeant Major Rayford and look forward to the support you will continue to show with Command Sergeant Major Pitre. I thank everyone again for being here today. Support and defend, Army strong, strong Europe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Command Sergeant Major Ulysses D. Rayford.
Excuse me, I told him to shut them doors because these bugs is flying around. And bugs in my eye. Hold up. All right. Good morning, distinguished guests, friends, families. What a great day to be a soldier and be here in Europe and be here in Europe. So before I go into my actual remarks, I want to make sure I thank everybody up front, everybody in the room, all our mission partners, our teammates, our host nations, our families, our friends, our contractors, everybody. It has been awesome to serve here with you, helping take care of soldiers, and I am all at your presence and your performance every day. So I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be on your team. Thank you very much. And next, I want to thank a few people by name, and I'll try to be brief, because you know I get easily distracted, but I'll try to be brief with this. So first, I want to thank everybody who put this ceremony together, to include Master Sergeant Big Line. When they introduced her, they said she was the Religious Service NCOIC, but she's actually the S3 Sergeant Major with a 70, 30, 90, 10% ratio of work performance. So that's her actual job title, so cool. And then all the soldiers behind the scenes and our army professionals that put this together. So please give them another round of applause for this outstanding job. And then next, I want to get to some of the individuals on the field, some of the senior leaders, my fellow brothers and sisters, garrison sergeant majors, past and present, who have definitely made me better as a soldier and a man. So I want to thank them. And when I say this, I mean this. You will not find a formation in the Army with a better group of leaders than right here. And I challenge anybody to that task at any level of the Army, Air Force, Navy, or Marines. Thank you, guys. And next is some individuals who are not here. The Sergeant Morales Club is going pretty strong right now, but there was a time when it was not so strong. And we had 3 to 5 individuals that kept it going throughout Europe. I would name them in detail. Master Sergeant Francois, she's a Master Sergeant now. Staff Sergeant Roper and Sergeant English. I say this because, unfortunately, in some areas we are talking about what the NCOs are not doing, or lack of quality, or a lot of things. But I can tell you, we still got great young NCOs out there doing great things. And it's just 3 of them right now I'm talking about in my speech. But I want to thank them because I had kind of forgotten many things when I first got here, but they reminded me of my purpose when I got here, and our purpose as leaders. So, although they're not here, would you please give them a round of applause? All right. And next, I want to thank a few people. You know I have many bosses here. Mr. Formica is my boss on my SOER and all that stuff, but behind the scenes, we both have at least 4 of the bosses that we answer to. So I'm gonna name a few here, although I have many. So when I first got here, I was the garrison, Roslyn Falls Garrison Sergeant Major, and I remember coming to the airport, and Sergeant Major Williams, who was a longtime friend, picked me up, and First Sergeant Armstrong. Now, by pay scale and rank and grade, technically I'm higher than her, but from day one, she started telling me what to do. So I put her in that boss category too. But it was a well-received reception. It was the first time in my Army career like I actually felt welcome. Cool. They came and got me from the airport, made sure I was squared away. Had a little basket with some meals in it, and it was the right way to come in. And I tried to tailor that to my leadership style moving forward for all soldiers coming in, because we had forgotten that. So So First Sergeant Armstrong, I think she's here. I want to thank you for everything you've done. I don't see her, but she's got to be here somewhere. Thank you, First Sergeant. And then to the next group of individuals in the Riding Falls staff. Now, Riding Falls is a great garrison. As a matter of fact, my first 6 months in IMCOM-Europe, I compared every other garrison to Riding Falls, good and bad. And so they kind of set the tone for how I approach things. But two of the young people, the young ladies there that I want to mention, Miss Jenna and Miss Iris, who work in the front. And they had a very difficult job, a hard job. And I sum it up. I remember Iris talking to somebody on the phone one day. She said, you ever tried to herd cats? And the person said, yeah, And then she like, herding a Sergeant Major Rayford is like 10 times worse. So, I like to think I challenged her though, to make her better. And I get to why I feel that way. Because my next boss that I kind of ran into was Miss McCormick, Miss Ronnie, who was here too. Another boss of mine who I think might have thought I was a challenged person. But in reality, what I was trying to do was shape y'all future and mentor y'all to become, GS-15s, SESs, potential other government service, So I purposely, I'm saying it now publicly because I want it to be known. I don't want to leave here and everybody think, well, Sergeant Major he was just needy and just lost a lot of times. I purposely got lost at the airport. I purposely lost my orders. I purposely called in the middle of the night because I was confused on things. I purposely had 15-minute requests 15 minutes later because, like I say, I feel like I was building y'all. And I really feel that when I leave here, that you're going to be a stronger leader. And everybody else that comes behind me, it's going to be easy. So you should thank me for that. I thank y'all, though. Thank you very much. And next I want to thank Mr. Formica. Well, first, thank you for the opportunity, sir. I'll tell the story when you first called me, and I was kind of nervous because I've only been here 4 months, and he's, he said, I'm gonna hire you for the job. Are you ready? And I actually got scared. I'm not afraid to say that. I say, man, because I had been a great signal soldier. I was just figuring out the garrison, a little bit of the garrison, 10% of the garrison, and I appreciate you for letting me allowing me to learn the job. I know the first 6 months was kind of rough because I was kind of slow on some things, but I feel like now, at the end, I figured it out, and I really appreciate that, sir. Because you could have did it a whole different way, but you gave me the time to figure things out, the flexibility to lead, and let me feel like I was part of the team. So thank you, sir. I could say the thing, sir. On a personal level, we had many talks in that van, on the airplane, just walking and talking around the blocks. I'm glad our paths crossed. You made me a better man as well. And like we said earlier, I hope we continue to be friends after this. So thank you, sir. Sergeant Major Pitre, Samara. Am I saying your name wrong the whole time? Everybody else is saying it right? Okay, but so actually I knew Sergeant Major Pitre because she was in our cyber G3, I think it was at the time. And I knew she was in 5th SEAL Command that has went away. And I actually thought she was a signal soldier because she's been in more signal units than she's been in her MOS, So, when she was coming out and I got her ERB and I was looking at her, I said, man, it has 42 Alpha on here. What's this? This is probably wrong and she should change it, And yeah, everybody's laughing. So I actually told Ms. Ronnie to contact her and actually, she knows it's got 42 Alpha on here. And of course, that was right. She was a 42 Alpha, so my bad, Sergeant Major Pitre. But you've had a lot of jobs, a lot of experience. You've accumulated a lot of knowledge of those jobs, and you are definitely the right Sergeant Major for this job. We've discussed the train about to pick up some real speed, and I'm just so comfortable knowing that once I walk out of here, the things I purposely left to get done or didn't get finished, they don't get done because you're coming on board. So welcome. Although you've been on the team already, and I look forward to seeing you grow as you help Mr. Michael lead this command. So thank you and welcome, Sergeant Major. In closing, I want to tell a quick story, and I'm gonna quit talking. And it's more directed to my IMCOM-Europe family, although it affects everybody in this room, because everybody in this room right now, y'all all are in the business taking care of soldiers and families while getting the mission done. So, once I got the job, and some of you heard this the other night, I got the job. I came up to Wiesbaden. I was there about 2 months. I was trying to figure out what to do. And I walked in this shopette, and this little girl was in there. And it was, y'all remember that hot summer? It was very hot, and the chocolate was melting. And so she was crying about the chocolate. So I said, hey, I'm gonna fix that chocolate from melting. And I told the little girl that day, next time I see you, I'm gonna have this fixed. You know, I get easily distracted. But so I went about trying to fix the chocolate. You know, I called Sergeant Major Pinkston. They get us confused. What's Sergeant Major Pinkston at? I guess we look alike, but sometimes it gets confusing to people. But I told him, he kind of gave me some points to think about. I went to the other garrisons. I went to every shopette to see if the chocolate was melting, and it was for most parts. So then I started digging in, and between the service contracts and the real property and the maintenance contracts and the A fees and the G4, the end of one list, where they fit in priorities, it kind of hit me, I'm not gonna get this fixed as far as the chocolate. So I kind of let it go, because I was thinking the little girl, she must have PCS'd, because, you know, I saw her when I was initially coming in. It had been like 8 months later. So one day I was walking in the PX, and I came in, and there was a little girl. And I told the story at one of the dinners last night. I started to turn around, because I knew if she made eye contact with me, she might remember the conversation we had. And my brain was scrambling. So she turned around and looked at me. Oh my God, you know, I started sweating inside, because now I'm thinking I gotta walk up to her and explain to her why the chocolate's still melting. So I took a deep breath in, and I walked up to her, and I was about to start talking, and her mother says, oh, hey, Sergeant Major, she called me Sergeant Major Pinkston, even though I had my uniform on. But, hey, Sergeant Major Pinkston, how's it going? So I'm doing fine, ma'am. I just, I see the chocolate's melting. I want to tell your daughter why it's melting. And so should I start with the work order request? Where should I start? I'm not sure. And I'm thinking this in my head. And she turns around, and she says, I went to the park today. And I'm kind of stuck, because I'm not sure where this come from. Yeah, I went to the park today. They had a new slide. The park used to be dirty, but it's clean now. And I'm happy. So I'm just standing there, you know, lost for words, and the only thing I could think of was, I'm happy the park is clean, young lady. So you have a good day. And I kind of walked off. So y'all trying to figure out what is Sergeant Major Rayford talking about. So I say this, y'all. In light of what's going on in the Army right now with the Army family housing and all those challenges that we all face, especially in IMCOM-Europe and the IMCOM in whole, I know sometimes some of our Army professionals wake up, you know, feeling like they have not accomplished anything or brought any value to the mission. And it can be stressing sometimes, and it can be a thankless job sometimes. And then, unfortunately, a lot of times, you're not going to get some things done. It's just not meant to be. It's just so many factors. And I want to say to all of y'all, just keep doing what you're doing, because although the chocolate might keep melting, you're doing other things so great, so numerous, and so much effort that you're cleaning up parks. And somewhere it's being affected by somebody, and they see what you're doing. So keep love what you're doing. Keep doing it great. You are making effective change. Everybody can see it, including little girls. Cool? So, hey, thank y'all, IMCOM-Europe family, everybody from the garrisons, for what you do every day. It is much appreciated. I'm going to miss this place. You know, like I said, it's made me a better person as a soldier and a man. So that being said, Army strong. Strong Europe. Army's home, and my home in Europe. Go Dogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, IMCOM-Europe Command Sergeant Major Samara L. Pitre.
Okay, guys, you look good out there. Just a few more minutes, all right? All right. Mr. and Mrs. Formica, General Stevens, Command Sergeant Major and Mrs. Abernathy, Command Sergeant Major and Master Sergeant Carr, and Command Sergeant Major Garner. good morning. Family, friends, good morning and thank you for being here today. Okay, I have to say, this is truly a humbling day for me. When Mr. Formica called me last month to tell me he had selected me for the position, I was at a loss for words. Believe me when I say that does not happen often, okay? But I didn't know what to say. I was like, thank you. I think I said thank you like 5 times. It's true, it's an amazing phone call that I had. But I have to tell you, I'm also excited. Excited to get this opportunity to support our military and civilian Army professionals at a whole new level. I am a senior non-commissioned officer. I am the one who worries about the quality of life, the training, and the personnel management. I'm also the advisor, the sounding board, and the confidant. As part of IMCOM-Europe, I want to be all of that for our staff and our garrisons in order to provide that foundation for our Army culture in Europe and to enhance the readiness of our Army professionals, both military and civilian. To all of our partners across Europe, we can't get much done on our own, but together we can make anything happen. So let's do that together. Sergeant Major Rayford, thank you for the last 16 months of friendship and guidance. I wish you all the best. And finally, to all of you here today again, thank you for joining us, both Command Sergeant Major Rayford and I, as we embark on our new chapters in our careers. Army strong, strong Europe. We are the Army's home, IMCOM-Europe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us in singing the Army song. The words can be found in the back of your program. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Change of Responsibility ceremony. Thank you for attending. Please join Command Sergeant Major Pitre at a reception across the street in Building 109, Workforce Development Center. Command Sergeant Major Rayford will be available at the podium for final farewells.